Are you tired? Are you frustrated and super stressed that your job search has not yielded the results you have wanted? Or maybe you've just gotten passed over for every internal promotion or opportunity you have applied to. Well, my friends, in today's episode, I'm going to talk with you about taking a break from your job search and why there are more advantages to taking it to help you move forward faster and more refreshed when you're ready to get back to creating your next advancement opportunity. Let's get started. Hi, I'm John Nerrell, and welcome to the Mid-Career GPS podcast. If you're feeling stuck in your career and overwhelmed by what steps to take, I can help you. As an executive and career transition coach, I help my clients prepare, position, and promote who they are and what they do to show up and find a job they love or love the job they have. It's time to start building your mid-career GPS. So let's get started. Hi, my friends. Welcome back to the podcast. Today is episode number 45. I want to talk with you today about taking a break in your job search. Now, if you haven't had a chance to hear my conversation with Dan Nessel in episode 44 that I dropped last Friday, make a note to go back and listen to it. There were so many fun and relevant moments in our conversation, especially how we got talking about the grass isn't always greener on the other side and how titles aren't really all they're cracked up to be. I loved my conversation with Dan. And so I want to make sure you go back and take a listen to it. It's episode 44. It's the one right before this one. Make sure you check it out. All right. Why would you take a break in your job search? You're driven, you are motivated, you are empowered and purposed in terms of finding whatever is next. And maybe you're feeling that if you take a break, you're some kind of slacker, you're goofing off, or maybe you aren't giving it the full attention that you deserve. Here's why you take a break in your job search: because you're tired. You take a break in your job search when you're tired because your energetic reserve or your tank is so low. Your efforts aren't yielding or producing the results that you want. You take a break when you're seeing the same positions over and over again, or you take the break to work on your mindset, to clear it and get you ready, or even more ready to come from a stronger and deeper place of value and service. I deal with this a lot with my clients. When I work with my one-on-one clients, we work for an initial period of 3 months. And obviously, when we start goal setting and planning at the beginning of it, there's a lot of expectation and hope that they'll find their new job within those 3 months. And for some of my clients, that happens. And for some of my clients, it doesn't. And it doesn't because it's the marketplace, it's the industry they're in, or for some, it's about helping them get to the first or second interview and figuring out how to navigate those second interviews to get to the third or the final round interview. It is no reflection on them about the work they are doing or not doing. It's just job transitions are messy. They're difficult. And so, with our best hopes, they don't always work out the way we want. If you're struggling in your job search right now, I am here to tell you that in my professional and expert opinion, there is absolutely nothing wrong in taking a break. But you hear that and you might be saying, why would I want to take a break when I either A, don't have a job, or B, I'm totally miserable in the job I have and I just want to get out? I get that. You may feel as if you are missing an opportunity that is potentially out there if you take the break. The likelihood is it really depends on how long the break is. See, I haven't defined what a break is because that's entirely up to you. For some of you, it might be a few hours or a day or a few days or a week or a few weeks or maybe a month. You get to decide, excuse me, what the break is. There is no judgment on that in terms of the time or how long, if you will, that break's going to be. Speaking of break, I'm going to take a little sip of my tea here. Hold on a second. That's a great editing moment, but I'm not going to do it. You are getting the raw and uncut version today because you know what? Sometimes these episodes are not always perfect. And breaks for me are fulfilling and they're refreshing. So I put time in my schedule each week for a break. And it is specifically John time. So, for me, sometimes I go to the bowling center and I practice and I throw a bowling ball for an hour or so just to clear my mind and work on my game to get ready for the next week's event or whatever that may be on the weekend or to train for an upcoming tournament. I schedule time in my calendar to make sure that I'm not seeing clients back to back to back to back to back. Because for the person who would be the fifth client I'd have in a row, I'm not going to be really full for them. I know my capacity. So if I have, say, 3 clients back to back, I'm going to schedule an hour break in there. I schedule my lunch. That's one of the joys about being a business owner. I get to schedule my own lunch, right? As my own boss, I get to have my own lunch, right? When I was a school teacher, the running joke was you can't go to the bathroom whenever you want, right? I get to schedule my own lunch. I can go to the bathroom whenever I want. I get to take my breaks whenever I want. You are the owner of your job search. And in that, you get to decide when you want to take a break. There are so many benefits that we see out there where even just a simple 5-minute meditation can do tremendous wonders for your mind, body, and spirit. Taking a break is a healthy practice. Why would you not want to do that? I often talk with you about how thoughts create feelings and feelings create actions and actions create results. Your thoughts that you have around taking a break in your job search are just that. They're just thoughts. The feelings you have around that break, that's where the judgment comes in. So if you feel like you're doing something to help you, it's going to create a very different action and result. If your feelings around taking a break are that you are neglecting your responsibilities, you're going to miss an opportunity, you are being a slacker, whatever those things are, that's going to shape a different action and result on that. So my challenge for you is that if you really are tired and frustrated, take a break. Take the break. Now, I share with my clients that I do not encourage them to look for jobs every day. And I know that might seem kind of strange to some of you, but here's my rationale behind it. If you're looking, and I've shared this before, let's say you're looking on LinkedIn, you're looking on Indeed, you look at one other place, and this is just solely for job searching online. Chances are you're going to see those same job postings listed in multiple places. More often than not, they have a closing date. It's highly unlikely that a job is going to get posted on Monday and close on the same day. So if you don't see it on Monday, you'll see it on Tuesday. And more often, jobs are posted for a few days, a week, a few weeks. So if you don't see it right away, you're going to see it later on. Now, yes, there are some people out there that say you need to be the first one in the pile and all those kind of things. Look, again, it's all about, are you clearing the applicant tracking system? Do you have a customized resume to the job posting? Are you coming from a place of value and service? All these things that I talk about. Look, if you're doing all of those things, you are putting yourself in the best possible position to get called or invited to that initial interview. So why would you not want to take a break? Why would you not want to do something for yourself to recharge your battery? You can do things that don't cost anything. You can go for a walk, go for a bike ride. You can take a drive. You have to pay for the gas, but minimal in that regard, right? What if you took a break? I knew someone that had done this. They took a break and their goal was that for this particular day when they took a break, they were not going to spend more than $10. So they went and they found a really inexpensive lunch and they got themselves a cup of coffee and they took a $10 bill and that's what they spent. And they said they had the most amazing day to refresh and recharge their battery. What if the break was, I'm just not going to talk about my job search with my loved ones, my family, my close friends. I'm going to talk about something completely different. A break refreshes the mind and the spirit and helps you come from a completely different place. For me, in the work that I get to do, taking breaks are vital. They are vital for my self-care, my self-worth. They help me refresh and recharge. And currently this week, I'm taking a break. I recorded this a few days before, and I'm purposely taking a break this week. What that means for me is that I'm not actively seeing clients this week. I've got some big news to share with you about my book, and I'm taking some time this week to just get myself ready for that. So there's a lot of John time happening this week. And it's also an opportunity for me to just refresh and recharge. On a personal note, my mom passed away 10 years ago last Saturday. And I always make it a point around this time to just remember her and honor her, even though I do every single day, but just to take some time to honor our relationship. And my dad passed away. It'll be 17 years in December. And I always take some time around his anniversary of his passing to remember him as well a little bit more, even though I honor him every single time I put my bowling shoes on and throw a bowling ball. We need these kind of breaks. My invitation for you today is just to figure out what a break looks like. And if you're not actively job seeking and you're happily employed, I still invite you to figure out what taking a break looks like. Maybe it's getting up a half an hour early to just sit with a cup of coffee or tea and look out the window. Or maybe it's sleeping an extra half an hour if you can. You get to decide whatever the break is. But I want to tell you very clearly and explicitly that breaks are good. Breaks are helpful. They are nourishing. And they are some great ways to help you rest and recharge. I'm doing that this week. I invite you to do the same. Remember, we build our GPSs one step or 1 mile at a time. And remember, how we show up matters. And if we're not showing up for ourselves, we are not able to come from a place of value and service for anybody else in our lives and in our work that we care about and we want to be fully present for. I wish you a great rest of the day. If you enjoyed today's show and don't want to miss an episode, follow on Apple Podcasts or wherever you usually listen. And I'd appreciate it if you would leave a rating and review. Visit johnneral.com to download your free copy of the 55-minute career transition jumpstart to help you start building your mid-career GPS. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn and follow me on social at John Neral Coaching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.